Investors or developers versus regular buyers, end users as I call them. Which is better? Pros and cons. Hey everyone, we're talking today about whether you sell your house to an end user or an investor. Pros and cons. So I would say, honestly, typically, that you will get more money from an end user unless you haven't touched your house in 60 years. So I meet more people who say, oh, my house is a tear down. And I go in, this is not a tear down, right? People want to move to Lexington, obviously, but they all can't afford a $4 million house, right? There are people who want to buy $1 million Cape or a nice split level for 1.3. This is a lot of money we're talking about. You say $1 million so casually, but take that $1 million and go to South Carolina and you'll have a palace, and $1 million here in Lexington might be a 3-bedroom Cape. But all houses are not tear downs. So the reason people go towards the builder version is a couple of things. A lot of times it's the kids who are selling the parents' house and they just don't want to deal with anything. They just want it done. Or it's the homeowners who are older, lived in their house for a long time, and they just don't want to deal with cleaning it out, getting it ready for pictures, all of that good stuff. So in some instances, you do end up getting more money from the builder because there is no commission. So basically, if I'm selling a house to a builder, it's not on market. I just am putting it out there to all the builders, come with the best offer. And so you're saving, ultimately, potentially. That's a big amount of money on $1 million. Also, if you sell to a builder, usually it's a little bit faster. Most of them actually do get loans. It's a fast loan. Their banks know them. And the biggest thing is that you can leave behind anything you want. So you don't have to clean your house out. So if you are downsizing and heading to assisted living, it's great. You take what you're going to take. You leave the rest behind. The builder just deals with it. And I think that is sort of the big benefit for why people will just go with the builder route, because they don't have to, their stuff. And if you're selling to an end user, obviously you need to get rid of everything in your house. So I guess that's sort of the biggest thing. I mean, pros and cons. I know some people say, I don't want to sell to a builder. Even if we put it on the market, I want to make sure that a builder doesn't buy the house. And we can do that. When you know builders, in with a builder. That's sort of the pros and cons of an end user versus a builder.